message, and one from Sweden here, she gave us her own knowledge about what is going on in marriages. But for that one, the one that called us last week, I would like Brother Gezi to come in when it's time. But today, I want us to start with communication. A kwamba so. And you bet me di hunkuta hon. You bet me achire ye ho adwene. E wonti ase papem. Ama asumdie abaya wade mu. Open Gezi. Dazi. I say, Mummy and Mudino. Gezi and Dazi. Yeah. Open Dazi. Mr. So betty me a boy moha.
Well, it's here for you.
Sir.
In the map you are, Ninsa say no, to me, no communication. P now problem with the time you are working. Or could be someone that communication and nothing in it,
sir.
Because I am bored, I am frustrated. Ne whom I own, they put a blame will be never or you communicate. But what's if you crununa now, whatever they are, no, it would into Mancasa all the time in Zukunechi, and Pusun Casango, or Zukunechi. In the whole boy there, will be any favorite team your year as well live in a so-called a self-contained house or whatever. A wagon or a different thing. Our houses are. Or then when they internet, you know, come, you know, want to Mancasa and anything, but the common interest be a film, be a wash, another be a way together. Oh no, you know there, or to my flow. But common interest in you, be or excuse me to say, you be what Pierre Ghana film I share, or be Nigeria film I share, or be India so-called movie and so I share, or be super football I share.
Yeah.
And see all these things here together, no. One mother, so we know the same interest or different thing. But the crew the motion football, no so much film. So what's one was I mean, yet if your crew. No more how one is in there, I will meet in a hammer in also ye. On I day me him bois, not fro. Another beer won't watch you be ma as it is. But our bandits and maybe be a read book be. And also there be a newspaper be interested or YouTube or whatever. One of common interest in as if you're going all the way together be a year drive back a year shopping. And they had to if you are tired in see your baby. In see, no mentasi. How are people work there and communicate? Into communication, no, it comes to a point that one can revisa no define it. You want mental sembra munde they pay makasa. They be in Pakuno Pedo Yokasa. And see all of a sudden no you communicate. No, AI a cause of an probably be. But in Sasi or no what's if your crew no, which are for this your pedoda, another or pim or share or shampima. One shampim no you free. So if you depend any casa, oh, Yenzum Komobi, another coffee be our interest in me, but not one can. Into time, yans now one of plan this and plan that. The one see, woman you put on your free cacra. So when you beat the problem, one chance and no con to tell me there, and you man casa, and you man slow, and you man this. More cacra one.
Yo. But I guess it. Obey my boy.
Medin Kansani Adame Yano. Let me first of all greet my wife and the kids.
Amen to that.
And then I extend my love to my dad, Timothy Benjamin Gazy, and my cousin, Jennifer Gazy, Robert, and my mom, Sarah Pratt. Let me start by dealing with what the other woman talked about last week.
Yeah.
Then I come to today's question.
Okay.
Last week she was saying something like the men, when they bring the women from Africa, they don't tell them the truth as to what kind of life he is in here.
That's right.
And they will present the whole thing to make it look like everything is rosy here for him. So when you come, it's just for you to come and chill like the way we present it in Africa. So when the person comes, then she now comes to realize that no, what you have been telling me, that is not how it is on the ground. So that alone can also develop some kind of problems in the marriage. Yes. So we need to be honest with our partners as to what is actually happening. We need to say it. We shouldn't be ashamed of anything. We need to tackle things the way it is.
Okay.
And to come to today's issue, which is about the communication, most of the time we misrepresent communication to be just like speaking or talking. But there's the difference between communicating to someone and then talking to someone. When we talk about communication, you can speak, but you may not communicate to the other. Communication has to do with making meaning to the other person. So whatever you say, if it doesn't make meaning to the other, you are not communicating, you are just talking. And I can also communicate to you without speaking. There are differences. The bottom line is there should be understanding.
That's right.
Then I am communicating. So, for instance, if we are at home and then something is happening, maybe I am outside and you are inside the house, I can send a message or something, and then you check on your phone, you know that I have sent an information to you that this is exactly what is happening. So I have communicated to you because you understood what I have sent out there to you. And let's look at it this way. Most of the time when we mention communication in marriage, it's like we the men, normally we have a problem there. This is like this. Women, they like to talk about every problem, everything, whatever that bothers them, they would want to share it. They don't want to keep it inside them.
That's right.
You see, and if you check, when you give birth, it is easy for the girls to speak at early age than boys.
Yeah.
And the girls can speak a lot of words within a short time, whilst the men will struggle.
Because we are thinking.
So, exactly, it is natural for the women to have a lot of words to talk, but men wouldn't want to bring everything out. We want to keep it. So this is where the women have a problem with we the men. They want to know everything. They want to have every information. And if you are in the house with a woman, you need to know you can give an information, but they still want the details. And this is where we the men, we are not good
at all.
We will just tell you the surface of the whole thing. This is how it was, and then that is all. But a woman will go to a wedding and come to you and to communicate everything to you. She will tell you the gown, the bride had, the cake, as to what was said, the shoes and everything, the pictures, give you a total detail of exactly what happened. But for we the men, we will just say a part of it. We will summarize everything. We deal with summary. You see? And this is where the women always want to hear the men say everything. Don't leave out anything. So it's like whatever information you have, I also need to have it. So if you don't tell her everything and later she finds it from a different source, then it's like you are keeping something away from me.
Yeah.
And that is where I feel like we the men, we also need to work more there, because I've come to realize that women, when you don't share with them, you don't give out information to them, and they get those information from other people outside the marriage, then they tend to trust those people.
Yeah.
So they feel like anytime they have a problem, it is best to go out there to share with the other. And if it continues like that gradually, then you know that you are losing your partner in a certain way. But when you are there to share with her and you are ready to also listen to her, then she feels like, okay, I have my best friend here. Whatever that is bothering me, I can pour it out. And then we discuss. Then they feel comfortable. But men, we are not like that. So I feel like we need to work more to listen to the women, be there for them whenever they need someone to talk to. So they don't go out there and then sell whatever that is happening in the marriage to another person. In so doing, I think we are saving our marriage than allowing them go out to speak out there. And it is not only the women, I think the men too, some are also like that. Instead of sharing with the wife, they go out and then they share with their friends instead.
That's right.
And if you have a bad friend, then they can give you some bad advice, which can even go ahead to influence your marriage. So the women would always want us to sit down and then discuss whatever that is happening. Be like a friend to me and you a friend to me. So I think this is what I can say with the communication.
Mama Esther, pacha wadwen kyerɛ ne sɛn ɛfa yɛ communication and as yɛ nsɛm kan yɛ nneɛma yɛ decide ɛwɔ fie ebi wɔ hɔ a sɛdeɛ brother Gezi ne papa ɛka ho asɛm no ebi wɔ hɔ no ma ɛmaa ne bi se yɛntie wɔn ɛmɛɛma no yɛntie wɔn na mo yɛ ɔbaa ne deɛ me yɛhunu mu ana ɛfa so a yɛ mɛɛma no yɛntie mu pacha wadwen kyerɛ ne sɛn
Pamacho medam ase bebre ene akonya ya mode ama manwumre na me pacho ma dwen kyerɛ baako ne sɛ em sɛ ya brother panyin wadi kan aka bebre de waka ne nyina yɛ no kora ewu nso so
that's right
na me pacho baako a me nso me de beto so ɛyɛ computer system ya abaso yi any TV any programs ne nneɛma abai aye problem kese papa ama awarefo anase impo emofra ene nipa wo fidua ne mu nyina aye problem a chese metumi akase wiase babia sa problem no aba kire se enye se bia nipa no ehwe bia football ana we tie we no na eye problem na problem kese a metumi aka se ewo mu no ne se nipa no betumi atena ho a wunya no ne nkasa even minute seconds kura ebebo
so what football
because na ni wo de oye no so entu betumi ne nipa wo fie kura bi kura na wo ka asem a kire no na nipa no wo fidua na mu obi be wa abonten bi a wo neighbor obete wo kasa wo ka na nipa na wo ne wo fie no onte if we say na adwene eni de wo ka no so ne basa na se koso eto aso a no kure ne ya papa me nso me yoba
that's right
sebe mfa nsa ye manu mpo de ye ne a ya enti se koba se ti se ye nkunu mo ana se ye yere mu a ye no wo mu wo fie na wo ni nipa wo fie ebi afra no pa akosi anwumre untume ne nkasa ebi kura na wo pese wo asem bi nipa re fie asem
that's right
ebi ana ade bi hia wo pese wo ni nipa ne ka sa moment na wo pese wo ni nipa no ka de no ho asem no wobɛfrɛ no anaasɛ wobɛkɔ ne nkyɛn mpo ɛnam adeɛ no a ɔrehwɛ anaa ɔretie ne nti no ɔnya mmerɛ ɛmfa ma wo nti ɛba ne saa na ama wo no a wopɛ sɛ wo ne nipa no ɛka asɛm no sɛ woyɛ ɔbaa o anaasɛ woyɛ ɔbarima no na ayɛ dene ayɛ ya nti sɛdeɛ woka no yɛ nokorɛ sɛ kɔ so toa so na sɛ saa nipa no sɛ nyɛ nyamesuro ɛna wɔ ne mu na ɔde n'asɛm ɛkɔ abɔntena ɛbɛyɛ kakra no ɛbɛwie aseɛ no na wonya no wɔ fie hɔ biem
sa wɔde api abɔnten ɛsɛ manyante yɛ sɛ yɛ mɛɛma no ebinom ntimi nkasi yɛ nyinaa ebinom no ntimi nyɛ nneɛma mmienu at the same time anasɛ mmiɛnsa at the same time sɛdeɛ wokɛn sɛ ɛfa football ho ne ade no yɛso wɔ saa problem ne paa meka ho bi sɛ mehwɛ tv na biribi na adekorɔ no film anaasɛ adekorɔ no m'ani awura mu a nokora na meka no sɛ woama ma nstɔpo ade no na nso wokasa at the same time a madwene ni hɔ ɛma nyame bɔ mo special bi a ɔbaa bɛtumi ɛno aduane wɔhwɛ akwalaa wɔyɛ wei at the same time moyɛ so special to a sense say mutimi yɛ a lot of things at the same time eti don't you think sebia communication na yɛ ka ho asɛm no ɛnyɛ ebia yɛ hwɛ tv ana sɛ yɛ bibi nko a na mu ebetimi happen say decision making yɛ mamu mem when we make decisions we don't listen to, let's say the man don't listen to the wife and the woman don't listen to the husband. So that's why we can say some of them, that communication can go to the decision making too. That's it. Decision making.
Yeah, my sister Esther can correct. But you know, could be there. You can answer no the baby. Now, why did they use more secretary? Why you busy? Why you busy? And when you busy, not busy for nothing. Because who busy? It's in my area. The wolfie now. Why you be together? What spare time about your TV? What spare time about your TV or your internet? It's an urgency be about or they attend to it. Or you're a fraud. Who couldn't fraud? It's no film and no film ratio. Just because every TV, it's say in Jumbi. No fraud about your baby or they're gonna push it. That is what offering attention. I mean, if you there and you be what pay attention, it needs. When you don't communicate or communicate, but even your attention there, Mobile Kibiano, everything like a shape, I'm a fraud or fracking or we here because a bottom at now, lifestyle baby feel with just you imagine it's all happening. The catch remember the uncle for beans in Sido. Okay, the beans in Sido, what happened? Okay, your bathroom. You don't go here TV, anything like that, was your bathroom. Beans in the show. Now, rather unfortunate to know, alarm over your was the bathroom will in any smoke alarm. It's in the place sooner, it's a place sooner or you're too late. You want it's a Bibinia or the year you won there, may you want me, impamenity, Nisubani, the one, impants or the one suban. Because Obia you are perfect. Let me ask you, it's in your wookun, name you wear, name you one bar. The feed and table where you're there, I said, them know what's it. You want Obia you about why I satisfy you. Say satisfaction, no, your death. Because like a hospital, that monitor knows what the Bibiaco street, that person is dead or is going to die. But so, sort of, no basa. It means that there's life. Them the brothers so city because in here is smooth every day, you are in trouble. It's as it's going up and going down, and the book there, then you find a way to compromise.
That's good.
Never would have Mukuni or the TV not in the footballer, one friend or then on flat. It's a more for remote, and it's a bit more doom and I'm for Kunibina catching that much was or Krana, you that you are fine, but about Shazima. Bibia and you with aggression. Bibia and you was able to or they find a way. Mr. America. But when you're that easy to do,
that's right.
But about my practice, you can't cry what time and okay, but find any way to communicate with this person, but find a way to reach this person. Because Nyasem had never come with so big words there, Mizi Ibufu, another Angabi, Nazaraka. But about me in a very jovial way, be comfort Frodo, as I thrown. You want no was no barbarian. You see, I understand that we feel that we need to educate ourselves rather than to complain. Because time being you complain, it doesn't help. But if you can educate ourselves on issues that this communication in our relationship, even in your 70 years, you can still educate yourself. Because it comes to marriage, just more from they can know that when problem comes, problem can be solved. When the problem is not, they will fight. Conflict, you learn to resolve conflict by there. In we see, how did you do it? What about problems you there? Easy, or queen and or hammer crana, they are still together.
That's right.
It's in these things comes in life for you to learn. No, bisu how crana on your learning for someone. Into mobile CBR, the best thing we have to do is to look for what is good to take.
That's right.
Into the airport stores be or year. The first hunters, the second hunters, or third hunters. It's what you must sort out. Relationship or is you can your own self to have a relationship with yourself. Sometimes it's difficult. Then you be a relationship because yet see how you block your home with everything. PRC, we don't even see it. Your mom or you're very cold. Or almost about -8. Now this -8, if I can remember, it was about 15 years back, -8.
Okay.
Okay, -8 in Abazin we see we are by the sea. The sea is frozen there, about almost about 10 meters in front of you is frozen. Lakes all now they are all frozen. Maybe so there. Inyana yet say hano, what do we do? What do we know? Obimo Kroma never knew this. In senior communication and what's in the name, we have to get out too and find out things. Then we got information. But I remember that I went out, Menyimaba Koko shared this. I came, I put this on our WhatsApp. Obisu Krako share. You see, we have to find different ways. You be entertaining, you be educating, you able to me what is happening. But you're confined in the TV and the movies and all that now. It's not one BBR issue. You will never know it. And see, we feel that we need education, how we can live together. Never serve a better purpose because it's a fakura. What's it to do? BBR happen. One try and one go out, kakra.
Out.
One try and one go movies be. One try at least one cat somewhere just to view what is happening around. No, what shade the time, yeah, what shade no, or yeah, why too much. And what car to car and you can't suffer bicycle no call, and you bicycle so but mustn't answer. This will
be atmosphere no crabit mama man, not that
that's
talk,
right.
Something to talk
because
about.
Echo outside there so many times echo places be I mean in particular. Walk car just like many people walk car. Won't to car no go baby. The petrol never way in number for car and I was why I read na don't call. No share even countryside the crowd. More for motorway. Because if a motorway don't see anything. If a countryside, a bohun farms, so many things happening. What's in how just like anywhere else in Europe, even Ghana crano. What him? So I'm quay ya over for car, what you don't for car will be a yin bay. And so a supano of Ghana was Abaha. No what's your no all blame will be because easy to blame than to do something to help your situation.
That's right. That's right. Me mama kwa about disciple radio so me wo ma make kese ba ko so me nchen mama Frida me say na de wa ba hai wona me won tokwa dada bi wo ho no ye be ka ho asem me wo kwa ba mama Frida pacho kasa kese kakra ma me na me ntin kasa no
me pacho me joso
yo that's it. Ne day die ye ka ho asem se ne da mama Esther ene mama Frida abaye ntemfi se yenye no emema nko ana ja yakase ye buaguma ne so ehia ye nuamma no so be ka ho se be ya ya wade mu nsem ene ye fie yetim se ye bre akwantuo mu ye bre papa aye hia asundwie ewo ye fie mu ni aka abedru ye communication ye kwan ye faso ye kasa ye ho e kwan ye faso a ye make decisions a ebde asundwie ebebe fie mama Frida wadwen kire ne sei
me that's it eba aware mu nkita hudi a say ye nyina no ye wo nimdie kakra fa ho ewo Abrokyire ha sei.
That's right.
Said ye can ye nkita hudi ewo e form.
That's right.
na ni nyina ne ye ne wo de be hya ase
de be hya ase
na isusu se eka ho if you say ade bia wo ma no enyini a na wo sesa
na yedini. That's right.
Enti no mfiti ase no asetena be na wo ne be ma no
eti
nkomodie sen na esitie so be ma no wo krom ha dada na oba beto wa oba ye no sen na Abrabo no mo hye ase titiri wo no ne eya mi huni emse ye mu dodo na no enye won a won ne won yire ahye Abrabo na se wo efie ansana wakofa won aba eya na dodo na no eba ha ne ehia oba bi ewo fie.
That's right.
Aba ha abebobra enti no aya na emre na omudi hu won ho no eye emre a isa enti nipa no ba ha no mu a aha na ase asetena na nkasa
ebe hyasie
relationship part no ne aware part ni nyina ye de ebe hyasie.
That's right.
Na no na say one ne foundation wo wo yi a na enema aye basa enti abre nyina no ewo say woni uma ukun no eben wo obuse wo yoba ewo say okun no wo yoba ewo say ekun no etumi eben wo.
That's right.
Ukun ti ho na say football na osha when you football ho kra na won so do support emano yeti ho no mu politics ye nya ade ebebre no ani nye ho nenso so se wukunu ani je ho a won so wode wano etutum bi
se be ya hotire na kasa
ani no adi enkomo.
That's right.
Na se abrani na ko ba se ya ye so busy ewo kitchen obema nso no enam se ejali ade no oba wo ne nchen a won fa nche ne ho santi ono ne de ne ebi a living room obi a se oye obi oya academic ebi a oye ne nkrata asem anaso ohwe ni television ohwe ni favorite football bi whatever enti yanso ye jaya nanka yakoka ho na yani won nyina said ye be ya ono nso no wo bra obetumi aba if say me de me hu ya example a me so dru brebi a me so busy go me kitchen na me kuntumi ka say wa hye ho a che dodo na
pie bra ne ye komo
enu ewo ho ebio adwuma sam etumi bem ntino ebi a oba ye adwuma oba ma nya adwuma abre nyina wo say yehu say ebi a me madwuma say net ye mi kun adwuma say net o se sika ne de ye ba be pay nti be bra na ebusua no enso ehia.
That's right.
Nti so adwuma no wo ho enti na ni setem bia na oye ebedu brebi no o so hu se da bi se me nya kra na me ya me fie ache.
That's
right. Ni mi kun spend the time
ache
nti na wo say nya bre na me emma ikunu ache say yetumi enya bre na wuni unya hwe kra na ufie na ohun ono so ewo nkomo bia o mehu we ade we wu mehwe ne ya antem pempi mitate no umetie mso ma ebize unsu jade wo ye na behwe esre ana behwe bibi na che say ni na no na mode bondo together.
Good.
Good. Ebio enso no eye yabufu a ye ma no eche so much when obiti na say nipa no nyina mo kwa na mote ye ne ye mei enu nti say ebufu eba na ewo say ebufu no empem bebre no ubo modern you find in your heart say ubehwe kwan a ube chosontem
sebe yam wetin ato so live
normal because me you're right you can you're right into when na pani yonko chew obi am pani yonko chew into me gina masem so ni buofu ono so ni buofu ebi ano nso ye be ma ono so wa akoma ɔno nso wɔn live on nyamu so easily na nso so woyɛ den
So
nso
nyam.
wonyɛ mu nti na akɔ na awɔtwe mmienu akɔ na awɔtwe mmiɛnsa ne yɛde aduru kɛtɛ so hwan na ɛpa hwan kyɛw adidi mu nkete saa na drift mu mmienu no apart.
Na say you share say the okay ye kra na. Eniyama awadie mu problems no, it's not coming from something big at once.
No.
It came from small issues
Yeah.
that we think is small,
Yeah.
but it tend to be big.
Yeah.
I'm angry with you, you are angry with me, and by the time we realize it, we are not talking to each other for 1 week.
Yeah.
From 1 week,
Now feel good.
then it continued to 2 weeks.
because you can't say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
What about people that say I'm sorry all the time? They continue doing it.
No, but you get to know that it's their nature.
It's their nature that they have to do
You know,
that.
there are things that you can't change or you can't force. It's you learn to know who you are living with. One kasakwana usubembia if you don't yet, but you learn to live with it. There, you have to work on it. But
Yeah.
into all one be you can't divorce yourself. You can't kill yourself because of that. Because be over in the kasakwana, making on say you so okay. It be a person making a group in it.
I'm from
Into the very your shortcomings and all that. Into and you beat no. As long as time is there for you, you learn to know the person. The you are in Suban, into no major madam is because a tradable force and then we change in Pakona. One can say trouble. Into you better change yourself. There I have to deal with it. Yet in hey, when the snow comes up and you have to go to work up, you have to adjust. And see how do you expect the ebifina be a mabentam and on abentam the one your dishes. Just that alone will be another way would the weekend if you the beer if you why you feel you have to be cleaned. What about you? And you be na you be see on so will be in yedu and be see yedu there and the time be a years. It's the communication at time be no amount for what's bobbing which there we don't communicate no or a bit of some sort of a misleading. You want say yanka say contribute as I said before. Eneda the whole of Eneda my you know mitsima makoto Brazil in Arabic mitsamusha me pen green no so me can't my wife the whole night I'm you know must know and they may something different you make or a recipe take it most sorry no with the oven pseudo mofa Brazil 4
that's right.
you can slices about for the almost about 7 millimeters no we must go a fun and trim nice number to share oven for about 30 minutes at 200 degrees. Brazil why fine means you not to Brazil or Ghana, but you would change different.
That's right.
No, in fact, Obia was surprised. You know, if you were surprised that that Tibia Brazil Wabrino watch. But this time, it actually came out. You realize the shooter can try as a todd as the soda. And something different to it. And one the fantasies be it's in Yaka, so they use a little bit of imagination, maybe be more fear. Because I yet see as it is, Sagano Krana, and there most of the time, you couldn't one casa. Because being a busy one, damn, being a busy was some news about would say and all those kind of things. But when you hope, if you're most part of it is crumpling, you're so good. Because may for peel, open be fear no number from almost going to bed. Now, be seen so able to feel from the Azor Cotton and Negro, that time is so you are. It's you're good because there were so many excuses and so many things, but Hano, you face reality, you're 4, you're 6, you're 5, and you're fear. Until we have to make it work. It's able to mean say is your mom, and Tase, I'm a year one. You're able to me a boy, where this one is down, that one goes complete. But I said they're complainer, then the problem will be yours. That will put it to be a fault. But the fault is also part of you because you were there to help each other. You'll be 190% away at 10%. It's where there's fault, where there's something lacking, you go in to help. We feel that a sister, okay, Frederick King, being in your football, now I would say, Bibi Nossi, Brenna Boshe, just 1 minute, 2 or 30 seconds. You can just go ne wia asanaba and also botum aso na boy the betes as ye mayema also adwenchen yi dem but even the your time no any time this is your time why you busy na why no matter why you busy for into my friend busy for nothing into you cut all these things here ben your peace when you feel I prefer that I would wish to tell all of us there yens ne fie ne de bia ne TV yen partner one try no one exploit kakra one faka no one pay kakra so one bicycle one nanso kakra very in black woman black man one no kroma ha anywhere there wotum person poda
the bia ne yakwa adwuma
wo kwa adwuma wan kwa adwuma no wa fa one party bi so aye party wo chapel. Besides that, the baby what's in the walk 1 kilometer outside where they live or 2 to see. There, or this why or that one. Talk about something else. You tension if you want. TV ni free kakra. Was so you free kakra. I could as a for. You can as a for. I could remember I was sometimes to talk about it. Then we share TV. Make communication with the rest of people in the movie TV. Obi wa ha oyim trailer boy just like Obi wa Hamburg oyim Uncle Frankfurt Obi wa London so Uncle Manchester da. But take your time, fill the tank and then pay yen is bank akra bia yakọ somewhere to see how life is. It's yet he now by your time ma be free there you been enough time for one another. You cry you won't this yet that oba help.
Yeah. Sometimes somebody told me a long time ago that if I communicate with my wife, if I communicate with my husband, they always insult me, so I don't feel like communicate with that person. Because always when we are communicating, it tends to problems. At the name Tokwa, it will fear near that in 10 years. Me na kran kasan makofa problem be have a fee. Said the papa so can ye beti ye ni say ye ko baby ani ye kokuru ye tukwa yako yukuru. Yen tang tuk tenka bi anke was Sweden hey nanke wa semester we go to France. Na nasi ye call baby for frako ye camp and nasi bibisa. We're always busy working hard. What about those who are insulting people? What can we do about it? When they are communicating, when misunderstandings, small misunderstandings come and the insult comes. So the person that okay, if I talk to you all the time and this insult comes all the time, then I don't want to talk to you. I don't feel like talking to you. But I guess it.
Yeah, offer. The mechanism, as I said earlier, communication has to do with understanding.
Okay.
But nothing be a kasa. Na meka na ufi se tembia wo de ye writer. Eda obepe se one me be kasa no. Unse ema wo eyibi omotaka we need to talk. See a kasa netre sa asemaba. But if I have studied you for a long time, na me hu se tembia obeka se see a kasa no, you feel like you are always right. And most of us will not even have that interest to come and listen because you are already right. So why should I come in to say anything? You are right already from your position. But say you make you room so how this is how you also think about the whole thing. This is your opinion. Ebia say na wodwen fa yentia ema ebia you acted in a certain way. Na yen nyina ye de ntiase aye adwuma. But if you always make it look as if say I am always right, tembia amena as a nyansa wo mitirimu a you make the other person feel so say nyansa wo tim de na bibia ba e say why do you need me? Why do you call me in the first place? And you know, we need to make room for what other people also think, other opinions. Even say our mofra woman, dear mofra no so we bring it all on board. Then quite to say, ebia yen Africa for no, and man most of the time feel say yen ni minyansa same man, which is very wrong and you know correct. enti obema kasa tem ya opese oba ne fa de ono no kan
That's right.
se oba ne wo adwenkyire bi a ene ne de ne nye pe a e oba ne mu ade me yiri mu hwe but nye sa na te ebia se nka wutie oba ne de oka nka wobenya bibi de aka wo de no ho e de aboa aware no because eyeye bienu.
That's right.
It's not about you being the head of the family. But how are you see manage efie no na ye nyina ye pia ye ho akoye nim because obrana ankoye a ekotia ye nyina. And I say koye nso a eyeye ma ye nyina. Na no kra no so will give the children a very good foundation. Ama won so ko aware mu a senia ye papa di nkankan no. They will have a background knowledge as to how your mama no solve your problem, your papa no solve problems when they come to a place where they are not agreeing. How do they solve it? And I feel say we should have room to listen to each other and not be dominant over the other. And that's it.
Mama Esther, why drink today was sad we want to say.
Pacho ma dwen kyerɛ ne sɛ yɛaka bebree ne nyinaa yɛ na ma dwen kyerɛ wei no medwen sɛ ɔdɔ ɛne nyamesuro ɛne yɛ mu.
That's right.
Sansa sɛ ɔdɔ paa ɛne nyamesuro ɛwɔ yɛ mu a awarefoɔ no nkasa problem wei nyinaa ɛmma.
Ɔdɔ ne nyamesuro.
Ɛfiri sɛ mpanyinfoɔ koraa na ka wɔn asɛm sɛ benkum adware nifa na nifa nso adware benkum ebi anam fa nsɛ mo mmienu nyinaa na mo yɛ adwuma na ebi a baako di kan pɔn ba agya baako enka ɔdɔ wɔ mu a ne fe mu a wo a wodi kan baayɛ no wo na wo hwɛ akyire enkoraa na kɔ sɛn wɔn firi school aba ɛhen na wɔn wɔ say na ekroma nkura no ede na mu bedie wo hwe akire say wo ye oba say wo ye bema wo ya eye frisi eye odo wo mu ani nyina frisi nwuma aye kuroyi ebi kura wo hono ma wo ye ba o wo ye bema o wo be prapra ana say wo be tompa ana so be enso say bema e wo fie pa bema bi wo ho ana ko adwuma akotompa enso so wo fie empower to be that
be any hodi any ahoy enti
enti wo check sa na ma we nyina na wo dwene ho a wo nte ase
Abrokyire Abrabo
edo na ni ho ana se nyamesuro na ni ho
odo na ni ho ana se nyamesuro na ni ho awo se ye boaboa ye ho mama Esther adwe no se yetini yin atimi boaboa ye ho oba na wabra na wo yire so abra oyin nyina ye so ye mu me tu he me heda nim aduane ye papa anwa momum de me ya ade but me sorry Saturday ya na me yire ye aduane ya me nim se minti me nya special so ono de then I have to go to the bathroom and the toilet and clean it, and my son will do the what do you call it so they say dance to Hoover in that house. So we share everything. Maybe she take more, but we won't leave everything to her because she's the woman in so-called African culture. Even if we are doing that over there, and here is different issue. Here in Europe, we have to help ourselves because a woman will work 8 hours, a man will work 8 hours. Everybody is tired. Here, 8 hours. Africa, you can work 24 hours. But the tiredness of this 8 hours here in Europe is something else. I don't know, it's the weather or something that causes us, makes us very weak. So when we come home, then we have to do our best and help ourselves so that the communication will continue. Because when you come and you don't do anything and you are waiting for me to come home and do everything for you, if we are men, we have to do something too. We can also cook. We can also do something. So when the woman comes home, they know that they have something to lean on. I think see both sides. Then we have to do something about it.
Over Memfa,
But I guess the patch over check across.
but
Frida, person kasa kakra.
Now o can say obi say oni every time you best start a conversation and now
Na done talk. Yeah.
Apart from say only oba no na so ba ne be ma ne edwin won wa sitena mu asem wedin tokwa eba no ebi nso ene say ebi oba person ni kunu edi nkomo abrabo mu ni ebi asen nkomo na nso so no abre bia nkomo ya nipa no pese wode ba no emwa because all person will can say ma obi etusu bia ope enkomo a mu nyina mu relate na mo to me ahye but enye ebi ankomo bia ehu hia obi hu asem bia wakote na bia wo pese ode nkomodie ne wahunu bia emfa so die bia mremu a wo pese ode nkomodie eno no obemebu oho no mo a onfio ananse me bi kura nso ye twintwan obekwa akofa bibi aba obeka bi mintu hu ase bi baba because wa nya sa no susu say obe contribute to sa asemo no a ode ba eno so etumi de entokwa ede eba na akwa ete say me kun di every time bi ameka sem ni di nkomu bia no na aye ntokwa hwe enkomo a ubetumi eye ayi both we say oba ni be ma ni nyina enkomo a uyire udi ba na niji ho a utumi contribute na afin so say wo start asem no na asem no edintokwa beba entempa na utumi
otwitwa so
if you say me fie me hye bibia asra me hu sade we
emwa
enye the right time sade bo no ma a good issue but a wrong timing.
Okay.
So enti anu so say wo time ben and I would asem bi e dey ba because enu so etumi eboa ma entokwa sam no etumi esutwa because one fast sam na ma in the appropriate time na say obi anipa no no oni mood bi let e bi a wanya ni sika sem bi alok wo baby ni ade na kwa na wo sande wasem bi a opese onka bi emra ebi ana
ofisa wo nwere okura wo ni adwene bia
nya no nwaye ne sa nti no e wo se ehunu breben eni edi nkomo ben
But agezi
yeah memfa kakra nso de ye ma me Frida kan no about when to communicate and then again how you communicate is also very important.
How?
Entina kwan a wo fa so edi nkita ho no eno so hu hia asem bi wo ho a se wo hu ne ka enya ne ka ne se waka ne sa akeke but o kan manti ase aye adwuma because you want the best for the marriage. Entino kwan a wo fi se wo ka ura ana wo yire beti ase no wa fa sa kwan no so aka send ye beya asumdwe ebebe fie. And again me feel say aware mu yin ayewo Abrokyire ha sei enipa bebre nso ekipi secret eba yen ebibifuo no mu a especially yem be ma no ye kipi secret pa emema ni bi ebia wo ba aware mu no wo ba bi wo Ghana anase na woni obi ahyase wo Ghana na bibi but wo fa kwan bi so na woni ni gyaye anaso hawa ehonum de enete no se wo ba aware foforo wo aha na wanya obi wo ha na ne nete ya aniama ni bi wo ho a ebia wo ba wo Ghana na me wo bibi sa na ese wutimi ne ho kafo no eche mane hu se adie se ni se ena ewo me ho enti no onipa no waka kire no oye already aware because wafa would be keep secret said den ebedu baby no kura ne bededi
sir
enti nipa ne baba be hu awie no na afiansa na ɛde akasakasa ɛba nso wohyɛ ase na woka so ebi a mewɔ ba mmienu mmiɛnsa ɛno nipa ne fii sɛ ɔntumi a watwe no ho bata bi a wo no adwenbɔ ne ekura wo no mekɔka pɛ ebi a nipa no mpene me ɛnware na wode ahyɛ wo ho a waware awie na enigye ɛba ne ade no na afei nokura na bɛdaadi na abɛsɛe aware wei nyinaa ne bi no ɛyɛ communication ne bia nti deɛ yɛde wɔ no kukuo mu ne ade ne nyinaa no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛtumi ne yɛdɔfo nom no ɛkyɛ and ebio I think sɛ yɛawareɛ ne bi wɔ hɔ a yɛayɛ ma ne yɛ too serious dodo asɛ obi de asɛm bi bɛba a ɛyɛ biribi a ɛyɛ always important nko ara but I don't think sɛ ewiase no it's all about seriousness na saa it has to be a little seriousness a little flexibility so when enti no asɛm bi wɔ hɔ a wotumi so wei wɔ hɔ yɛka ɛnyɛ asɛm bi a ɛyɛ too serious a ebi a yɛbɛtumi aka asere it brings some kind of bond it gets us closer maka biribi ama wasere ɛnyɛ ade bi a ɛyɛ too serious sɛnea na yɛ papa ka no bi a wohwɛ biribi wɔ TV so ade na ɛsere wopɛ sɛ wo dɔfo no nso ɛsere na ɛyɛ biribi a sɛ mu nyinaa mo ani bɛgye ho na waba na wo nso waba abɛsere bi anaaso sɛ wokɔ adwuma biribi na esiyɛ na ɛsere a when you come home you can share it with your partner and at the same time no asɛ nansen ni yama telephones ne adeɛ abɛyi obi wɔ hɔ a yɛte table ho didi kura na wei kura ne telephone wei kura ne deɛ odidi na ɔhwɛ na ɔyɛ wei yɛdidi awie ebi anka nkwalaa akɔda a aka yɛ mmienu ebetumi atena ase yɛdi yɛn ho nkɔmɔ no na ɔte telephone so ɔhwɛ wei obi wɔ hɔ nso a ɔnhwɛ wei kura no na calls from Africa na otie call nti wobɛwie no na nipa na wo ne ne ti fie no ɔno asɔre akɔda nti tembia if this keeps on asa muti fie but munti fie nti no we need to make room ne yɛhu when a yɛbɛ use saa yɛ electrical gadgets ni ade no na it doesn't interfere in the communication na yɛn share whatever is important and whatever that is not important to keep us. Thank you.
You can also call us 076-955-7405. You can also call and give us your contribution about this program, about communication, the decision making, the things that we do that we think it will help us in our homes. How do we communicate? How are we going to take misunderstanding in a way that we will not fight in our homes? Because the divorce in Western world, I think divorce is in everywhere, but divorce in the Western world is too much. It's in the high rate. We are suffering here. We are working hard, but at the end of the day, we lose ourselves. I can see the divorces that I've seen here. Most of them divorced before their 50th birthday. If you are home, check it. Those who have divorced, most of them divorced before their 50th birthday. We are suffering. We are going through too much here. So we have to do something to be happy. We have very short time in life that we are living here in this world. Very, very small time that we have here. We have to do our best and live in a way that a man will feel that this is my wife. A woman will feel that this is my husband. I know and I believe nobody marries somebody because I hate this woman. I want to marry her so that I can teach her a lesson. Everybody marries somebody that he or she loves. The issue that comes, the communication, everything that comes in, all of them, we created ourselves. If things are going wrong, we can fix it ourselves. Let your partner know this is what is going on. We are not communicating in the way. In what way? We have to fix it. We are making decision. You make decision. You don't want me to be part of it. It's part of the decision too. We have to find a way to fix it in a way. Sometimes you can think that this person making decision and don't want me to be part of it. Let the person know, and the person will explain the reason why. Then all come together and work together, so that we can live our life until, let's say, 60 years. Here, pension 65. Very soon, maybe to go 70. 65, right? 65. By the time you finish everything, when you Africa, let's say Ghana, it's 60 years. Here, 65. What kind of strength do we have? And if we are not happy in our homes, in Western world, you can come with your suggestion. If you are outside Sweden, you can come with 0046 769557405. Somebody sent me a message from Nigeria. She said, how can you know the real man that you are going to marry? I bet the one who know. The real man, the real woman. I don't want to stay only the man. The real man that you are going to marry. Obema, I bet the one who say, wait ye. Bema obeti me aboa me. Oh my worry. Wait ye oba obeti me. I bet the one who know. Dada.
Fortunately, not in Nigeria. No, be said that question in the sense that say it to can them here to can be. Nebu do ha, no there war and in your paper. A share on ye, easy drew cry a refugee crown it tends there or there war. Naked she will be probably or pewasa. Into how long now war and you put steady in Pacono, I a cost ship in Hawaii or Africa before you know that this is the one. Into Yamimbo, need to put everything that you can find together there. This person able to now. I'm a managing why is straight on you. But wherever Ghana or anywhere else now in Yimi Pacono, now bringing in the family and all that, a big create problem that what how will I know there he the rightful person? Yeah, where Africa somewhere, young for the Ghana as we know. And among the parents now is a woman that boy ends up in Penasam. And again, it's not been penasam. It's the parents were pebanasam, na used to pay you soon as a man or flow. Or easy. But they will pay her 2 years or 3 years. No, they hooky paper. Nephew Kishia, a you find Juliana, Nabana Godwin, a Sandra, or they Everton to please one of them, they stay. It's Yamin County, in one Yamin County, no ye infirm what they pick no. Obutum wajuatu na wa. Inti maybe say bon dey pakon bo no nko bo no. Oye awo no nyame na sam. Because in most cases no e kwacha pro nhia girl no, e kekehie wo disco. And ekehie no wo wherever. Now after na bohwehwe isuban no bohwehwe no hunzama wa pa time so roko. Don't want until you take what you get.
You take what you get in Europe here.
In Europe na ye wedwuma. But I mean Jamaica pan Jamaica there Mr. for war especially Africans. Menyufu na menyufu so Africa Mr. Fono. Minya Jamaica wanna say so much because what can they love? They really know what they are talking about. Nyewusika one hofe and if you Togo land and if you Swaziland and I Ghana you want to discriminate you so much there obi fi north obi fi south one war. Opio ni parents cry against Ukraine so opio. Inti a be said that question now make sure there baby me wono you are so blessed there in me pakono but I able to be or your shishu everything has to be fast. In that case chances of succeeding who knows that signs of failing so who knows it's up to you pina who succeed because of many things will happen. But Nigeria now Ghana wherever now we feel there were better chances. They may take good time I'm your mates with him. Now my parents so because our parents work don't know in most cases into me yet. But I know bro you be saying also about war. No mammy and papa or so crowd basa obey. Oh my chances more may you do the same thing. It's or a different issue to talk about how will I know the person will be good or is good for me. So to Connie be able to which choices are very limited.
So if I understand it, if you are in Africa, then it's more easier to take your time and do the so-called courtship
and all that.
And check if the person is will show you some signs.
Because in most cases, I'm sorry, in most cases you know the person already. Unlike probably if you come say you come to Takoradi to marry, even then you can never find a woman 1 week and marry her the week after. It will take some time, and people will give you information about that person. You will get to know the person. Probably know where you are coming from, and they wouldn't know where you are coming from and who you were before there. But when you come there now, your OBB and your attitude, everything will tell this is the person that probably can hook up with you. You see, here or a very, very fast life.
Okay, fast life in a way that the person don't have, let's say, papers.
You don't have papers because
that a person have to meet somebody.
How else can you come here? You come in here if you come and speak the truth. You see, that's why it's so difficult to speak the truth. When you speak the truth, you will rather be punished. So you have to come and lie. And when you lie, you are accepted. So all your life, you have the foundation of lies. Because you go to the immigration and tell them, I want to live here in this country. Where do you come from? Come from Ghana. We can't accept you. But if you go and claim that they after you, they want to kill you, or probably you have killed 3 or 4 people to get even here, they will try and hide you. So what will you do? You come here and you have the story to tell. Now they are investigating. As they are investigating, you never know when they are coming to take you. You too, you don't want to go back there. So if you meet whoever that you meet, a Ghanaian woman, a Tanzanian woman, or South African woman, whichever woman that will agree to you, you will also fall in love with the person. So you don't have that time and choices to say that I want this sort of woman. Sorry to say, sometimes you may meet someone who is even a prostitute, who will be there for a brother. So there's nothing wrong even being with a prostitute who will give you that favor or the chance to have the future that you want. But we shouldn't be ungrateful to people who comes in a way like that.
Auntie Frida.
Okay, Mr. Daddy, can't everyone.
Okay, continue from there, yeah.
Every day, no man who say, Obama we anase Oba we Winipa meet me in our bobra, I could see every year. And now me can me can be say. The Obani bisa ye no ebetumi aye yen ya ye wo Abrokyire ha na ye bisa sa question no ye ko efie na ye ni ekunu ye ni yire.
That's right.
Ye hia ye ho kani wakofie ena wakohia obabi ne ho wani agye ne ho wakohia be ma bi wani agye ne ho woman would you call you isa
1 month.
1 month. O Sanya Bank, so Bano no any general pa, Bema no any general pa. And was so sign back. Obano Mredo was saying, and I winning no Asia. Obama no Mredo was saying, and I winning this. Your crowd could be our project to be our way up and down.
And into crown our coin.
Into our coin. Ube drew ye when you find in 1 dream will trim. What can't tell say many Joe home, the person may know. And I was in here just saw ya me one. Aha, I yellow. Obana winning no yes or yo. Oba brand new one say. But son what ya bring in Anna.
That 1 month in our brand of what's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then one who say, wouldn't you worry no? Send your what's in. Son what yana. Will be a bizarre, me papa. A Ababa will be a. When you know eti mantemu say papa you obey you hear me fe pa many gene ho na ot say wetumi di ne ho dance ya kire me na wo yi na no say ebra na minim ne ne die.
That's right.
Na oyo ba
obra no ho
asia no du ne nei
that's the same we
minim so enti wo de ne wo be hu ne sa no ahanso ansa na between do will be abeka wo no enya se wo send the transportation no waba bibia ye process na won so pen se obu ho kan ni meka wo hunti no entente mu gyina so waware no kosa wasa wo ye wanya wo ba betena ha no na da be na unu obi adihye e betena ha se wabra nwa wawa no ti ha ena asem ni nyina ebeba otesen na me nso metesen na ya na bi mu nso gihye ye mu se aware nyina ye pe aware nyina anye pe se bi ye wo bi a wo na ni da ho ena wo ye na no nkyere se ye de be ye.
That's right.
Na ya na bebreka na ukofa na be kro beja
oh and the nyina
ukofa na ye nyina obeja but wo ankasa what is saying oba ye no asetena ben na udi agi no edi na woni no eye so enti eya na nipa no so awo ba no asetena woni ne betena enu so to me
eboa
say all ban or betna said the Abrabo who did kind no what be near maso ama na hu say weni enti he said the medical emfitia se no emfitia ba no winimo no obema no winimo no kakra na winim no to me it's not enough.
That's right.
Enka ye kuro mu de ye nkwa asori eni adi aya na ye hyehyɛ hɔ kakra ansa na aware no kura abaso ntumu no huni na fofo mu abusua bi wentu bibia ye jaso afei na wo ne no ebe twimp na aware so enti ni nyina ye mfitiase ne amode be hye asenso obi wo adwemfin kura na eya na asetena etumi sesa nipa na adwen
akwa ba fa so be treating obedru a obeye no
etumi enye obi a ne nso so dodo no isusu se wo so di akoma pa eje na wo a wo atu na nso prim akoma se obeye bibia ma na ye yi a isusu se enu so betumi aboa nemu is 50-50 lotto said yeah
kwale ya ne 50-50 lotto
yeah.
obi beka se mihunu ya nka mama mihunu ya nka manware obai mihunu ya nka manware bemen ya kasa bebre ya mishrao papadazi Auntie Frida and Auntie Esther and the brother Gazy, my co-captain. We have only 15 minutes. You can call 076 955 7405. You can come with your own suggestion if you want. Somebody will say, "Me huni ya and come on call. I wish I shouldn't have married this woman. I wish I shouldn't have married this man." But Auntie Frida says something here. All of them have said a lot that I've learned a lot from them. It's from the beginning. The beginning, tell the person the truth. The beginning, treat the person well, so that if the person stand on his or her feet, that person will never disappoint you. Because our marriage here, or we marry people from outside from our countries to Europe with us, is very, very, very short time. So we have a lot to work with. But don't mistreat the person, because at the end of the day, it will be a disaster. As we are waiting for the callers, I know most of them call when we are finished. When I came to this country in my own life, before I came here, somebody told my wife that when you marry this man and brought him here, definitely when he gets his paper, so-called papers that does not belong to us. We are Africans. We come from different continent to another continent and work here, live here. We have some kind of ideas that when you marry this person, that person, when it comes, that person will divorce you and marry another person. What caused these things?
Problem in there, as we said before, you never put it, but I have to say it. Self-confidence. We can't decide anything on our own. In the time, we want a third person to tell us what to do. And then we are not responsible. So being so, you are not responsible for your life. Because if you know this is what you want, you don't need people to go to vote in the parliament to tell you that this is right for you. As we come here, as I told you before, you have just some few, probably months or years. If you don't find someone to get married to, you go back. You'll be thrown out of the country. And if God is not with you, even the money to get to come back here will be a problem. So when you see someone with a fat woman walking somewhere in the street, and you find someone with a fat man walking down the street, or alcoholic or whatever, don't judge them, because that person has found love. Because the person who is talking, if this person will come to you and tell you point blank, I need help, will you please marry me that I get my papers? They will never stand up for you. So whoever that is willing or ready for you, go for it. Don't let someone decide for you. If you make a mistake, you will learn from it. Because even the perfect guy that you have known from your childhood, as Frida was saying, Sister Frida was saying, in Ghana, you can befriend a person for a time before you put the ring on. But the person that you put a ring on that you have known for 5-7 years can also divorce you and can have another relationship. So meeting someone whom you have seen for a week or 2 or 3 days doesn't guarantee anything too. But that one can also be the one that you're going to be with for your life.
That's right.
So be confident and then make a decision on your own. Do not let someone come in to tell you what is good or bad, because those are the people that abuses others, because they envy what you have. They couldn't get what you want or what they want. So what you have got, they think that this might be the right person for them. You know, so if you decide that you want Amma, go with Amma. If you want Kwesi, go for it. And pray that it won't be 50-50, but you'll be 100-100. Because I don't believe in 50. I believe in 100. Give your full, and she will also give her full. You don't have to have hide anything. Give it all. And if you go and tell the woman that I have a child, she knows it. He knows it. But that child that you're going to mention, they will use that child against you. Some will do that. Because knowing that you have a child, if you have to send some money to support some child, some woman will go after you. And it will be a case, as we know in Ghana. They call them abanoma. If you bring them there, you bring them here, or you take them whatever, you are doing so much for that child more than you do for your own children. And maybe you're not doing even enough for that child. So which one is right, to tell or not to tell? Make your own decision and know that this is what I want to do, and do it.
That's right. Make your own decision. Make your own decision. Auntie Frida, your last message for us. Maybe our dear now, why do you say, dear Yanya, a deep communication, Yanyano, a deep assumption, a beba, you bet me a year. We are Abrabo.
As some we dear, say, I feel now, Yashas, as soon. Yes, man. and yɛde bɛka by media kakra bitumi aka ne sɛ yɛse yɛdɔ yɛn ho a yɛni akyi ɔdɔ no wɔ hɔ no ho a abere nyinaa no nneɛma ɛyɛ fɛ na nneɛma yɛ asomdwie kwan bɛn so na yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛma ɔdɔ no so atena ama yɛnya yɛn ho ntiaseɛ abere ne abere nyinaa ne nyinaa ne nkɔmmɔdie yi sɛdeɛ yɛdodɔ yɛn ho yɛbɛkeka yɛn ho abɔ mu wodɔfo deɛ na wo ne ne yɛ ɔka bibi abufuo mu sɛn na wo handle situations obufuo a mmerɛ dodoɔ sɛn ɛhɔ na na meka no sɛ obufuo a bɔ mmɔden sɛ wogye ahome kukuo wie woka wo asɛm no wie obuɔfo no aka wie ohumi a home so na dwene ho afei gyaa mu ma ne nkɔfi sɛ yɛse awareɛ mu ɔ sɛ ɔbaako yɛ ogyimifoɔ wodeɛ fa no sɛ wo na wo ne gyimifoɔ no wopa asomdwee nti no wogyaa mu na one oho kani asan ka bom ɛho hia sɛ mpem bebree no ɔbaa ne ɔbɛrima ɛko ntɔkɔ a ɛduru anadwo a na ayaka no yɛde aduru dɛm ɛhɔ nso ɛhia paa ɛfiri sɛ ɔbɛrima wo ne ɔbɛrima ɛyɛ aka na sɛ duru anadwo na wo ne ne nyinaa bɛka mo ho abɔ mu di a ayaka no sɛ ɛtuo twa nti mpo sɛ ntɔkɔ a ɛba sɛ deɛn a ɛni sɛ yɛde yɛn ho ɛkame yɛn ho ɛfiri sɛ woyɛ saa ɛna ɛde ntamuteɛ ɛba na mmom sɛ moyɛ aka na nso still no momfa mo ho nka mo ho a at the end of the day no bibia to twa.
Now what about say omo fixe issue na nsa na ebi wo ha oba ebi wo ho no na ba me bi wo ho no mo a yen asem yen kan wi asem na asi ntem no yen kan wi but wo de ho ba ne ho a oga say na asa ebufuo wo ni mo nto pese on pese wo de ne ho be ma o de ne ho be ma kra na eno an say ja wo da ho di say ye do be na ko ba bi aha ye na ko ba bi no mfa ho kra eti adentini yen fixe issue na nsa na sa de we na timi ato so na ni gie na abamum ye no nyina
wo se wa hwe yen lifestyle de tutu e be ma no na ye approach edru dem
eno so ye be ka ho asem na ache
eno so wo ho but se ye mu de e ba ni se na mema ne nam se mema ne na ye active often e wo chambers ni nti no wo obema kro na e ya na se abufuo no ba saa wumum ena e wo se wo take saa lead no na no na me so me kire se oba se wukunu ntokwa ba na se wukunu tu saa na mo no a bomodin se won so be ade unso u be this one na se udi be udi odo be sia no.
That's right.
Empo se ayaka wo ho empo se udi yi we say boma sendie mu kra udi ma ne bo asendie na ebedru brebi no ube hu se ne wo ye no emfaso enni so because woni no umuna nkyere na anajo anasa awia no asra kyere na anajo.
That's right.
Enti no at the end of the day no ube hu se emfaso bia enni so but sani wo kan the basis so say asem ba e wo se ye hwe na ye ka efi se obema bi wo ho a oni me pa cha wo ka enti odi beni na nwonwa saa na oni waka abom asem na dia buo ni ba ye no ehye ho
ya pressure carpet na se
pressure carpet eye den e be san apie
and ke touching
enti no eye very important say onfa bibi nkata so e ma asem ni nhye ho because eye den ya e be san ya ba enti say issue ba to me no misusu say we have to solve issue.
The issue, yeah, that's good.
Na se wuntu mi nso a ye nyina ye nim se ekuro no na nkakane no asem ba abusua tena se fia na metim owarefo nya asem afia ofa owarefo nyina ahia na omaka na sunduaba ahanso ye betumi ayesa utirimu ntene wa odofo bi wonua bi wadamfo bi a ugini di woni no edi abrabo mu nkomo fatu nanim no ntena mu bi na munka na asunbi embra cause I know my right no emwa
Esther, last word.
Yo madam say bebre na ye nyina yɛde kan aka yɛde ba saa asɛm wei ka mu paa de ana ayɛ nsɛm pii ɛdɔɔso yɛka sɛ yɛka ayɛ nwie na mepatwɛ de mɛtumi de ato so ɛyɛ mefin sɛ wei nyinaa yɛka sɛdeɛ medi ka first no ɛyɛ ɔdɔ ɛne abotere ɛne nyamesuro ne de baako asan aka first na yetu na yɛ ɔdɔ ɛne nyamesuro sese me de abotere nso aba abɛka ho ɛna titiri paa problem ne bebree no metumi aka sɛ ɛmɛɛma no ho na ayɛ ana ɛwɔ
ɛne ɛmɛɛma nso mo bɛka sɛ yɛsɛ ɛmɛɛma no yɛ na ɛwɔ na ɛwɔ
problem ne bebree paa for me ne deɛ metumi aka sɛ problem ne bebree no ɛmɛɛma no ho na efiri for the me ankasa mahunu me de mani ehunu de maso ate de sana mepacho meka no free say ebi mo nso so wo ho no mo a say de your sister yi kan problem ne be ba bia wo de be kwa akoto obi anim nipa no nso so no be fa no say saa na ekro nipa no nso mpemua no the other akoto nanim no kura won fa anya asem ono no be ka cho say saa na ekro eye normal say obi ma didi wa na so ba didi eye normal obi nso so de be kwa no nso so ono nso say onyi ni say ya wo na mfomso no firi wo obi nso de be kwa wase onyi ni say wo na wo ha adwo chese wo dwene ho a na ke say problem no ni nyina ne say the best bia ubeja ya ma do hata
that's right
if you say nipa ntumi ni wasem ma mahunu say nipa wo hoyi nipa ntumi ni nipa asem they say
nyamebem
any
jama check jamaninka but I guess your last word
yo famedase senia ye nyina yaka no eba ne communication pa dia wofa se be ma be win ne de and them say 20 out of 80 and yet the thing is we say our cultural background and also it affects us a lot. Emema no ase tembia na efi se yen ye kasa enti no oba ka bibi ana oba hwehwe biribi efiri bema ho na obema pa na ojeso but se bema hwehwe biribi efi oba no ho de a ye pese oba no timiti ase because me head of the family enti say osha from the beginning me din kan kai say when it comes to communication na ho ne de ye differ pa unlike Europeans no osha obemo they are always ready to talk ebinom yeah they are ready to communicate and try to solve it but yen hanom no yen teniama asesa say wo ba tembia na oba kire me de menye enti no it doesn't help us enti na make can say oba no asem ode ba no set tisen you ye call any ye can for better for worse which means say situation is any tibia no we should be there for each other enti ode asem papa ba si etimeje ni nyina ye che saa so na de ode ba no wo de enye wudeu eye wudeu ni wetie rather than say obekwa akohwehwe obi ene na che me ho ne dia ya na ehia me pa o so de ma waresem epie fifie e de akwa abonten no onipa na wo ka che no no ne de etesen suwen na asetem ya ye ton yen ye fie ne ma enyen ye ton atira abontenfo but if yen be ma ne senka ye betimi ahambo ye ho kakra na wo de oba ni twabro se den kura na se ewofie ho a wen na yetimi akata saa enema ne so ewofie ho sinse ebekwa abonten because the okoka kire no the third person no ufiri ho wi obeka jose hwe wo nansi a wo ba ya na wa start use unim de yete ho unim de ye fem wahu afe obe solve problem be wie no uhu nipa na no wani ewu because enema nka ade bia nka yebetimi asolve se ye hambo ye ho kakra na ebufuo ne kuntan ye nti no na ye enema nyina egu abonten eno de aya na ha me enti wo de atwa buru mi wo fie na ye nkyekere no wo fie wo ya am se ebeboa yen since all the back no obi be ma bad advice etimi say aware no kora me da ase
So me that say. That's the last word.
Hey, friend, Oma Odo,
Love.
Odo Yejuma. Because Yami Odo, the number so your door. And said, do be a door one is Siwa. It is anyway, you are by your cor and you could not buy a cora into Sisu. And this is away. And so much a door on you. A do be a betanasi, a do be a benya botaraman, a do be a ubufu down crana, a BGM waka. And see, Odo, na Jimmy and Kaya on surgery. Because young Kadam Casey and we in Tinkafan or Chay and Sodom to me in the AJ Monka. Nasamasa. It's one more time.
In your maninka, we have to love ourselves and know nobody married the person that he or she is living because the person wants to hurt that person. But we marry for love. We have to help ourselves. We have to do our best and forgive ourselves. But if we are forgiving ourselves, it's not something that, oh, for this woman, for this man, if I say sorry, he will forgive me or she will forgive me, and you continue doing it, one day that person will be angry, and that day will be the last day in your lives. We are in Europe. Our lives here is different from where we come from. We have to enjoy ourselves here. We have to do our best so that we can stay alive until the day we die, because the struggle is too much here, and if we are fighting ourselves, we are doing evil against ourselves. It's not good. Western world and its problem. Me mama kwa about disciple radio, so nyina chia ubia utie bia chia busuafo amutie ye omo anon pese omo fra omo ntimi amfre nyina omo mfre so omo begine gine chire nyina ra nyame enhyira mu nyina ye botaye nyina ne se asundwie emra ye nyina ye ntem enigie emra ye nyina ye ntem isina chia